Welcome to the Boozy Blondes podcast.
She's Molly.
And she's Chrissy.
We're best friends on a quest to bring you all things boozy.
Let's get lit. Pop,
Fizz,
clink. Let's drink.
Welcome back, Lushes. Today's episode is all about our trip to Busch Gardens.
So not only did we go to Busch Gardens because it's Busch Gardens and it's really fun, but their beer fest was going on, which made it the perfect excuse to go. And in all honesty, Rainer wanted to go for his birthday.
It was his birthday request.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to go ride some roller coasters. And when Chrissy and I saw that the beer fest was going on, we
like, sure.
jumped at the opportunity. So our drink of the episode is Woodford Reserve. We're just sipping on a little bit of whiskey here, or bourbon.
That time of year. And they actually had it as one of the kiosks at Beer Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit about Beer Fest. It goes on each weekend between August 13th and October 31st, or at least that's what it did this year, which was 2021. And you can sip delicious brews and savor beer-inspired food at 20 different kiosks at Busch Gardens Seasonal Craft Beer Festival.
So this is the first time I ever went to Busch Gardens. I
Really?
know they have one in Williamsburg, up closer to where you and I are from in Pennsylvania, but I had never been there. And all these years I lived in Florida, I've never been to Busch Gardens in Tampa. And to be honest with you, I can't wait to go back. I had so much
really
fun.
I really do like that park. I've been to both, and when we first moved here, I think I went down there with my parents a couple of times, and it's just a nice park. It's small, it's doable in a day, and it's not really crowded like a lot of other theme parks. So I like it there.
Yeah, so this whole beer fest, we have the episode about the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, which is our jam. Like that's our favorite thing in the whole world, I feel like. And this felt like a mini version of Food and Wine with a lot more rides, a lot more animals, and a lot less crowds, which I loved.
A lot less cost too. Because let's just talk about, so Beer Fest is included with your park admission. So all you have to do is just buy your ticket to the park. And then, of course, any food and beverage that you buy is an additional cost. But our insider tip for Boozy Blondes is to buy the sampler pack. So it's $64.99. You can get a 12-item sampler pass, which is, we're actually wearing our cute little passport passes right now. And
completely hole punched out.
If you're an annual pass holder and you buy one, it comes with 15. So you get a bonus 3 extra things. And the thing that I thought was really cool about it is you can try 12 samples from the kiosks, and that includes food and beverages, which is really nice.
Yeah. So you and Phil were kind enough to buy Rainer
That was his birthday present.
Birthday present. Yeah, the sampler pack for his birthday. And honestly, so Rainer and I shared his. I got to reap the benefits of that birthday gift, and you and Phil shared one. And
that was plenty.
Yeah. At first, I was kind of hoarding the hole punches because I thought we were going to go through this so fast and we're going to have to buy another one. But you're so distracted by the rides and the animals and everything else that's going on. We weren't there solely for the beer fest. We wanted to experience some of the other things in the park. So that was the perfect little passport thing to have.
So let's talk about the benefits of doing Busch Gardens during Beer Fest. Because for me, like we were talking about, going to a place like this instead of going to Epcot Food and Wine, it's a lot cheaper. So as a Florida resident, my ticket was $93, but I feel like you got an even better deal.
Yeah. So as a Florida resident, I paid, I don't even remember, between $80 and $90. And Rainer and I can go back as many times as we want through the end of the year. We got it's called like a play all day or something like that.
Yeah, so they always have a lot of great deals going on. So check that out before you buy your ticket. And like Molly said, it's way less crowded. It's a smaller park, so I feel like it's more feasible to like see and do it all in one day.
Even though we didn't.
We didn't. I know. We spent too much time drinking.
But you can also buy an addition to your pass where I forget how much it is. Sorry, I should have had this in front of me, but I just thought of this. And you get like $20 worth of food every hour, all the hours that you're there.
What? Oh my God. That's
so you buy this extension to your pass. Yeah. And you can go up to any of like the food courts. You can get burgers, fries, whatever. You get a meal. And then the next hour you can have another one. It doesn't include alcohol, but any soft drinks and any food that you want. Although during the beer fest, since they have all the cool food samples too, that's not something we wanted to do.
You know what else you can buy when you go there?
What?
Tickets to Hollow Scream. So, by the way, listeners, Molly has agreed that if enough of you request in a review that she goes to Hollow Scream, or if someone buys her a ticket through the podcast, she will go. I have been trying to get her to do Hollow Scream or Halloween Horror Nights probably for as long as I've known her.
So, first of all, I did not say that.
Yes, you did. I have it on a recording.
I remember shaking my head no. Second of all, I guess you might need to explain why people should even do this, because I could just be like playing everybody, which I am. I totally want to go. I just don't want to pay for it.
She is the biggest chicken. So during Halloween season, a lot of parks, Universal, Islands of Adventures, and Busch Gardens will do a Halloween type of, I guess, just event or experience. And so recently I just talked to someone who went to Hollow Scream, and they said it's actually scarier than Halloween Horror Nights. Because
what? You told me it wasn't going to be as bad.
I didn't think it would be as bad. I've never done Hollow Scream. I've done Horror Nights a bunch of times. And, you know, it's Universal. They have the money to put on, like...
They make movies.
Yeah.
You would think that'd be...
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But I heard that they're, like, more strict with their COVID protocols. So there's, like, plexiglass between you and the characters.
Dang it, this was my year to go.
With Hollow Scream and Busch Gardens, there is not. There's, like, no rules. And, like Phil said, you're kind of walking through the woods and the forest, and people can jump out at you.
Well, we walked through some of the scare zones during the day that you were making fun of, and I thought, oh no, if this was at night, like this would be super scary.
I wanted to go so bad because when people are scared, it makes me laugh. Like, it's so funny. And
I'm the same, but I'm the weakest link in the group, so it's not funny.
Rainer would be the weakest link, and that you would be laughing your ass off with us. But anyway, like, let's just all get Molly to go. We'll all pool together and just champion this in the reviews.
I'm gonna be sick that day.
I mean, how many reviews do you need to people saying
we're not doing this right now? You can campaign this another time. Let's finish our Busch Gardens episode.
Okay. So other things that we enjoyed about Busch Gardens.
Trying to pigeonhole me here.
I really am.
Gosh, see, if you listen to our Get to Know Us episode, you'll learn, like, yeah, we're best friends.
This is how we get things
done.
But
yeah, we're very malicious towards each other at times.
Just a little bit. So other things that I thought was cool about doing Busch Gardens, and this is not necessarily just a beer fest thing, but I love that they have rides and animals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can do the safari, and
I really wanted to do the safari.
We didn't have enough time to do that this trip, but we saw, we walked through the tiger encounter and the orangutans, and that was just really cool.
Mm-hmm. We saw some bird, like we saw the toucan. I really wanted, they have a giraffe bar that we didn't get
there.
Yeah.
So my last thing for, like, a benefit of doing Busch Gardens Beer Fest over some other beer festivals or something like Epcot Food and Wine is, you're in Tampa, so you're very close to the craft beer scene in Pinellas County, which you can listen to our entire podcast episode about our first trip to the St. Pete breweries, which we had such a good time. And then you're basically, like, our hotel was in the heart of Ybor, so there's a ton of great bars and clubs there.
Yeah, it was only like a 20-minute Uber ride to Busch Gardens, which we Ubered because we knew we were going to be drinking. And then you have all that great nightlife too, because you listed a lot of great things about the beer fest at Busch Gardens, but one of the downsides is it closes a little early because of your stupid Hollow Scream.
So that's interesting because I had that listed under downsides too. When we went, it was only open from noon to 6 p.m. because then the park closes to regular pass holders and is only open if you also bought the extension Hollow Scream pass. So I don't know, because this starts in August, which I don't think Hollow Scream starts that early. Yeah. So I don't know what the hours always are, but that was a downside of you only basically have from noon till 6, which is plenty of time to get your drink on. But also they're only doing the beer fest from Friday to Sunday.
Oh, so you can't go on a weekday. But it's not that crowded on the weekends. Like, that was fine.
Like, I don't think I waited for a beer ever.
No, never waited for a drink. And also, we all went on a couple rides here and there. I think the longest wait time was maybe 30 minutes, which if you're going to Disney or Universal, I guarantee you're waiting a lot longer than 30 minutes for most of those like the most popular rides.
Well, and something I thought was cool is that they feature local craft beers as well as national beers.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Cigar City was there, Coppertail was there, Funky Buddha was there. Like we're drinking Woodford. They had a Woodford booth. Did you see they had the alcohol-infused cupcakes?
Yes, that was right by the wine and Woodford. So
Yeah.
besides just having beer during Beer Fest, they had a wine kiosk. They had a Woodford whiskey kiosk. They had the draft bar, which we never made it to.
Yeah. There's like the Jack Daniels bar. And then
Yeah.
I think where the cupcakes were, they had sangria and mimosas.
Yes, you're right. They did. So yeah, it was just very cool. They had a little bit of something for everyone. So I wrote down notes of some of the things we sampled, which, I mean, we got every whole.
Oh my gosh,
punched.
Chrissy. Yes, I know, but we had so many beers at the.
Oh
So
my
what
God.
happened? We started off the day getting a couple samples as we were walking, and then we started riding rides and realized it was 5:00 and they were shutting down at 6, and we still had
So then
like 11 holes
it was a
left to
free-for-all.
punch. Yeah,
It was like supermarket sweep.
we had samples
We just
like
split
wine,
up and like we're running
whiskey,
to every kiosk.
beers, like I don't know, we had sours, IPAs, lagers, Oktoberfest. We
Cause
just had a million different samples of everything. And the sample, they're not, I mean,
Good size. I don't know how many ounces they were. We should have thought of that. But I just remember at the end of the night, like all the bartenders started like putting their covers over the registers, and we're like, go,
Yeah,
go. Like,
hurry.
we have to get our stamps. But oh my god! So I wrote down some of the ones I tried that I really liked. For me, I tried Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout, which is from New Holland Brewing. This is 11%er, so you guys know I'm a lightweight, and I was kind of like, all right, I'll roll the dice. I can handle one of these. And I asked the bartender, does this have lactose in it? Because, I mean, there's milk in the name, so I was a little worried.
right.
Because I can't do anything with lactose. She didn't know, and so I'd already had enough drinks, I guess, that I felt ready to gamble. So I tried it. But since then, I've researched it and learned that all of their beers are vegan. How cool is that?
Well, that's perfect for someone like you who, is going to get really sick drinking the lactose.
Yes. So I enjoy finding Chrissy-friendly drinks. And I really liked Cigar City Brewing's Margarita Gosa.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times. I also, at Cigar City, I got the Guayabera.
Yeah.
I kept calling it something else, which was really good. And Frostproof. Those are, at the end, I was just grabbing different beers.
We kept calling Frostproof something else, like Frostbite.
Probably
or something.
Frostbite, yeah.
Yeah, that was at the end. But I feel like I really didn't drink that much beer there. I know I did the Woodford Reserve Double Oak, which was 90 proof, and that was at the end of the night.
All four of us were
Yeah.
up there getting samples of the bourbon, and you and I got wine.
Yes,
I had
the
to give you my
California.
wine because I had so many beers in front of me. I knew I couldn't drink it all.
She didn't want to, but she's like, I know you can drink this. So
And
I'll take
speaking
one
of
for the team.
Woodford, like with the food too, there was one of the
Pineapple
kiosks.
skewer.
Yes, from Alcatraz Brewing. Did you like that or no?
No.
I couldn't. Oh, I think me
I
and Phil
literally
liked
wrote
it.
weird next to it. I did not like that.
And Rainer didn't either. I think Phil and I enjoyed
Yeah.
it, or at least we were like, well, we would eat this. But yeah,
my favorite food was the bison beef sliders.
those were delicious. And literally, it says fan favorite next to those, which I will agree.
And this is the cool thing about getting the sampler pass. If you don't have it, you're paying $10 for that. It was included for free with our pass.
For those sliders?
Yeah.
I know every beer is about $10. It's a lot bigger than the sample, but then again, like if you don't like it.
Some of the beers were cheaper, like because they had regular beers like Yingling,
Yeah,
and Heineken,
Ultra.
and stuff. Yeah, but like then the Dragon's Milk was $11 if you would buy it without the pass. So the pass is absolutely a great hack and definitely worth it. But we went to one other bar. I don't remember, like it was right after we did that crazy ride that I went on.
Oh, yeah.
And I did a rum and ginger there, and it came with an edible straw.
I remember that.
It tasted like a candy cigarette, and I could not stop eating it.
I forget what it was. Oh, it was sugarcane.
I have one here because I thought it was so cool. I kept it. The wrapper is kind of gross. It looks like a tampon.
A super long
Hold
tampon.
on. I feel like Sorbos is the name of the brand. It says edible straw. Does it say
So
what
I
it's
really,
with?
a lot of those paper straws, I don't like because
I agree.
they get nasty and soggy and they start disintegrating. So, for a sustainable option, these edible straws were,
Well,
it was almost like
because
Pez tasting.
I think they do it because of all the animals. So if something, like, God forbid, would blow into their enclosure, at least they know whatever they eat is biodegradable and, like, soluble for animals.
Yeah.
Because it's just sugar.
It's like sugar cane. Like, yeah.
And they're flavored. So they have a lemon flavor and a lime flavor. And so she gave me the lime one first. And I ate, like, the entire straw.
Yeah.
So I went back up when you guys ordered a drink. And I was like, can I have another straw? Because I ate my first one and I'm not done with my drink. So I had to cut myself off of the straws because they were delicious. Super weird. But
I didn't know they had different flavors.
They
I just
did.
accepted mine and
it
said
was
thank you.
So good.
No, I think we were all drinking like Jack and Coke or ginger ale or something there.
So that was kind of weird. We went up to the bar and I think Rainer asked for a rum and ginger. And she's like, I can't free pour that. You have to order the, like, pre-designed drinks off the menu.
Which, from experience, always avoid those. You're not going to get a bang for your buck there.
There's a lot
Like,
of
the alcohol
sugar
level
and-
is super low. Yeah. And
But she
like
was
Chrissy said, a lot of
allowed
sugar.
to free pour him a rum and Coke. It was just
Jack.
different. A rum and Jack, yeah.
No.
Or Jack and Coke,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But-
It was, she had a free bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just interesting. I don't know if that's because they're not owned by Anheuser-Busch anymore, are they? Busch Gardens? That's how they started. And I remember they used to have the beer school there and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But they've kind of gone away from that. But I mean, what else did you sample that you loved that we didn't talk about? Is there anything? Because it was kind of a blur. It was very fast.
But it was all in that one area. So it was like the Woodford, the wine. It was like a Pinot Noir. I had those Cigar City beers, the food from the sliders and the pineapple. And that was pretty much it, Chris. Like, I just kept doing that circle. When you guys were on the ride, I got like a jumbo ultra just to hold me over.
So let's talk about the rides, because I was like, Rainer, I will absolutely go to an amusement park with you for your birthday, but I don't go on rides. Not because I'm afraid. I absolutely love them, but I just cannot do roller coasters. The last time I did one, I really should try it again, but I had just gotten off a booze cruise. And I had like one of those motion sickness patches on, which like already dehydrate you. And then I was extra dehydrated from just drinking. And I went to Universal and got on the Dueling Dragons ride. And I got off and I just sat down and I said, Phil, I cannot see. And like, no joke, I lost my vision for like 30 minutes. I had to just sit there.
That's scary.
So after
I
that,
don't like that.
I've never gone on another roller coaster because that was a little bit terrifying.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the outside elements had a part in that. And I don't want to be the one to say, Chrissy, you should try it again. But
well, and I had just had LASIK like maybe 2 months ago, and
oh my God, that freaked me out when you were on that ride.
Yeah, so I remember vividly from like the surgery and like doing all this research. It was like, you have to be careful. You don't want to like be in a car accident where like the airbags deploy, because anything like that could like dislodge the like
terrifying
slit they put in your eyes. Yeah, so we can't talk about it. Molly will get sick. But I went on this one ride because it wasn't a roller coaster. If it's not a roller coaster, I'm all in. And it was like one of those ones that like they take you up really, really slow, and they tilt you over, and then they just drop you, kind of like Tower of Terror.
Yeah, but this is advanced, because I've seen rides that you slowly go up this tower, and then you sit at the top for a second and you can see for miles, and then they drop you, faster than gravity. This one is advanced because your seats tilt and you are now facing the pavement.
Yes. And
like you are parallel with the pavement.
This is called Falcon's Fury. And I've done it at Universal. It's like it used to be Dr. Doom.
Yeah, but that's different.
So this one, it did go really high. I mean, I don't
It went
care.
350 feet in the air.
I mean, I'm on it. I'm going the whole way.
350 feet.
And so
That's taller than the Tower of Terror.
That's crazy. So I have I don't know. It's all relative to me. We get on it, and I'm sitting between Rainer and Phil, and we get to like a certain point, and he's like, "Wait, we're still going." Like he knew, Rainer.
Oh.
Like he knew that this was higher than like the other rides or whatever. And he was like, you could tell he was really nervous. He's like, whose idea was this? I go, yours. He's like, why do you listen to me?
Oh my gosh. He hated it when he got off the video I have of
so
you guys
funny.
coming off that ride. And I was scared for you all Because again, I'm a baby. I'll go on rides. It takes a lot of convincing or a lot of booze, and then I love them. But this, I put my foot down. I said, I'm not going on this psycho ride. I don't want to face the pavement. I had a dream about this ride recently because it's affected me so much, and I haven't even been on it. I don't want to go plummeting towards the pavement.
I mean, I loved it. My only thing was I didn't want to keep my eyes open once it dropped because I was very like aware of like the LASIK possible problems. So I'm up there and I would just open my eyes and then like, oh my God, and shut them. And I just kept doing that over and over again, like waiting for the drop. And you said, you're like, all I heard was, oh my God, oh my God.
I was going to say, yeah, in your high-pitched voice. I'm like, oh, well, there's Chrissy.
Because I don't know, I love it. I love the thrill ride. Like,
I know, it's such a great rush. It really is.
It was fun. So that's the only ride I did while I was there. And then I was backpack mom the whole rest of the trip.
Yeah, but we only went on two roller coasters. Kumba, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phil and Rainer and I went on that, which is very long. I loved that roller coaster. I mean, it's inverted. No, we were on top of the track, but it had loops and everything, but it just lasted a long time. And then Shikra, which was so fun. I was so scared to go on that, but those were the only other two rides we got on.
So you guys will have to tune into the blog on the website for this episode because I have pictures of them on both roller coasters and they are phenomenal.
And I have video of everybody coming off of that psycho ride, Falcon's Fury.
But it was really fun. Like I felt like a little kid again there.
I felt like the boys were like little kids too. It was really endearing to see how excited they were because they grew up going to that park.
Yeah, because they're both
Phil
Florida
would be
boys.
like, I remember being here. And Rainer would say, I remember going on this ride. And it was just really cute.
Yeah, that was a really fun trip. And I mean, we drove down Friday, visited Coppertail. Saturday we were at the park all day, and then Sunday we hit up Keel and Curly, which we'll have an episode about that, and we also have an episode about Coppertail. So it was a great weekend. Like there's a ton to do down there.
Yeah, and we definitely filled every minute.
Yeah, we did.
That we could. But I would go back next year and
Same.
try this beer fest again.
And stay for Halloween Horror Nights.
That's not there.
Hollow Scream.
So you already screwed it up. It's over. Conversation
You guys,
over.
we will get her to do this. This is my life's goal. Okay, so do you have anything else before we get into Fast Five?
No, now I'm mad. Thinking about this.
Mal, this is going to be like the cruise. And you're like, I'm not meant to cruise. And then you go and you're going to love it and be like, why have I not been doing this my whole life? I wouldn't steer you wrong. It's so fun.
No, you are doing this for your own enjoyment. There is no
a little bit.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just I have the best time. I just laugh. You giggle.
Yeah. Okay.
It's time for our Fast Five.
If you could pick one ride at Busch Gardens to go on, what would it be?
The Shikra.
Have you been on that before?
I have.
Oh.
But it was so fun. That's the only one I've done there, and I really liked it because it was Was that a stand-up roller coaster? Or you guys were actually sitting down?
Holy crap. No, we were sitting.
Okay.
But it dangles you at the top.
Yeah, I
it's
like
a full
that.
7 seconds and where you're just hanging. Kind of like that Falcon's Fury you went on where you're just facing. But anyway.
That one looks fun.
Yeah, it was just too short. I wish it was a little longer. Okay. Next year, if we go back, what's the one thing you want to go back for?
I want to get to do the safari. I was really bummed that we didn't get to do that this time.
Same. All right. What's the one beer or drink of any sort that you had there that you want to get here now, like at home, that you would want to drink again?
That dragon's milk. Now that I know that that's vegan.
Okay. What was your favorite food that you had there?
That bison burger was fantastic.
Did we get hot dogs?
No.
We didn't get any food except like the bison burger and the pineapple, did we?
I did. While you guys were on a roller coaster, I got
chicken finger. That's right. I thought there was food somewhere else.
They weren't worth it, but I was starving.
Okay. One person besides me, who would you take to Hella Scream?
Rainer, because he's gonna lose it. Honestly, he's gonna be way more scared than you. He already get like wrongly accused at Hollow Scream, so I think he needs redemption.
He does, but didn't you scare him at Epcot Food and Wine without even meaning to?
I scare him all the time without even meaning to. I do
You're
the same
stealthy.
thing with Phil. Like I'll just walk up and like be like, "Hey," and people jump. I'm like,
they don't hear you coming.
I didn't tiptoe.
All right.
I live here. That's it? That's your fast 5?
Yeah, that was
That
5.
was
You
so-
did those
that
really
was
fast.
so fast.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? I'll wait till you're done drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fast 5 for Busch Gardens. What was your favorite ride?
Oh my God. Kumba. Because it was so long. Felt like I got my ride's worth.
Yeah. What was your favorite drink?
Oh. I keep calling it guava tate.
Guava tate. That's all I
No,
hear
not
when you
that.
say
No, all right, fine. The Woodford, which I'm drinking right now.
Okay.
That's easy to say.
What was your... I know we only got to see 2 animals, but which of the 2 did you like the best?
Oh my gosh. On that day, I liked the tiger the best.
Yeah, he was so
Normally,
pretty.
I like watching the monkeys, but they were pretty inactive.
Yeah.
So that tiger, he was beautiful.
Funny.
And plus, I'm a Tunkhannock tiger.
That's true. He was just so majestic.
Yeah, that's the perfect adjective.
It was cold out, so I feel like they weren't very active that day, but...
Oh, it was cold, yeah.
Okay, funniest moment of the day. Because we laughed a lot.
Yeah. I think when Phil hid in the Halloween or the Halloween little scary man hut.
Couldn't squat low enough to get through the hole.
And Ace Ventura himself out,
Yeah.
when Ace Ventura is being birthed,
That was-
by
that
the
was
rhino.
Oh my
That
God.
makes me laugh.
Okay, would you rather go to Hollow Scream or ride Falcon's Fury for an hour?
This is my hell.
Which, by the way, I went on the website today to find out what that ride was actually called, and it says temporarily closed.
What?
Probably because it broke, because it's terrifying. Someone fell off it staring at the pavement.
How long do I have to go to Hallow Scream? The same time, an hour?
Sure.
Okay, Hallow Scream.
Yes. You guys, we're getting her there.
Why are you celebrating? It's not like I'm going to do
I
either,
mean,
but if I
baby
had
steps,
to choose.
Baby steps.
All right, fine. I said the words.
All right, that's it. That was such a fast episode, but I mean...
So I don't know when everybody's listening to this right now. We're recording, a week after Halloween.
Yeah, this
and
is
I'm
November.
bummed. Halloween's over.
Yeah, it was
all
so
the fall,
fast this year.
Oktoberfest and pumpkin spice.
That's it
It's on
for
to
this
Christmas
episode.
now
Thanks for
for
tuning
us.
in.
So I'm
We'll
really
be
looking
back
forward to
soon
next
with
year.
more
Let's do this
boozy
again.
fun. Yeah, it was a blast.
Well, and
for
make sure to follow us on social media.
Well, thanks
so
for
you
tuning
can
in,
get,
guys.
the drink of the
And
day on Wasted Wednesdays.
We'll be back
On Facebook,
soon
we're
with more
/Boozy
Boozy
Blondes.
resources.
On
Cheers.
the gram, we are at boozy.blondes. And on YouTube, we're /Boozy Blondes. Visit our website for recipes and references from each episode at www.boozyblondes.com. We'd love to hear from you, so send us an email sharing your boozy stories and requests and pictures at boozyblondespodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast so you never miss a chance to drink with us. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and more. And don't forget to leave a review. The boozier, the better. If we love your toast to our show, we'll read it on air. Stay boozy. Cheers.